Hi there, Jerry Pujols here with the Jerry Pujols Project. Welcome to episode 4. Today, what I'm going to do is just cook for you. I get a lot of requests for what it is that I'm doing and how it is that I'm eating and how I'm able to put things SOS free, meaning no sugar, oil, and salt. How do I put those things together in a way that is flavorful and satiating? So I'm going to share with you how it takes me less than 30 minutes to put a creamy broccoli soup together, as well as a nice hearty salad for Susan and my dinner. Basically, you're going to see my hands chopping away, and it's going to be a quick video and a rundown. On our last video, on episode 3, we talked about how I've lost 40 pounds in right around 8 weeks, a little bit under 8 weeks. Right now, I'm at about 45 pounds in right around 10 to 11 weeks, so my weight is really slowing down, which is what it's supposed to do, and everything is starting to melt just about right. So I'm happy to report that everything feels wonderful. I'm able to do more with my time than I have in a very long time because I'm of clear mind and I have all this extra energy to walk the dogs in the evening, walk the dogs in the morning. I do either a sauna or a workout during the day, so I get 3 to 4 physical activity things in 7 days a week, and it's not even by trying, it's just the way that I feel I want to. So it's not even like it's a drag. So I want to encourage all of you to consider trying this way of eating for a period of time where you clean out your taste buds, you clean them out of all these salts and processed foods that keep you in that trap of craving salty foods. Now at the end of this, to some of you who eat very salty, you might find these meals to be somewhat bland. For someone who's been SOS free for 2-3 months, it's totally a different experience. You will feel like you're eating something flavorful because you are eating something flavorful. Broccoli does have a flavor. Garlic has a flavor. Anything that you add to this soup, you will taste every single nuance in a way that you've never had before because the salt was overpowering it. So again, welcome to episode 4. Give us a subscribe and a like my granddaughter says, and hope you enjoy episode 4. All right, so here we go, and trying to pull off a 30-minute meal. Broccoli soup. It is freezing in Napa Valley today, and because it's freezing in Napa Valley today, we want to eat something warm and full of nutrition. So here we go. I'll tell you what I did just to cheat a little bit for you guys. I started boiling the water. So I'm going to go ahead, and since the water's boiling already, I'm going to go ahead and put broccoli in there. So here we go. Broccoli, I'm only going to leave in there for probably 5 or 6 minutes, just so that way it doesn't take all the nutrients out of it. But here's the other thing. I want to make sure that I don't even have to use vegetable broth. The broth will be made right out of that broccoli. So here we go, you guys, get ready. Start your clock. I see 6:06 p.m., so let's see what time I finish this. So while the broccoli is boiling, I'm going to start sauteing some onions, pepper, and then I'll throw some mushrooms into that saute. And that's gonna be the texture that we're gonna have in that broccoli soup that will feel like you have a little bit of a stew in there because portobello mushrooms are so meaty. All right, so let's go to town. Take that skin off of there. All right, nice and easy. Any highly trained chef would say, don't cut that way, Jerry. You can cut your fingers off. Well, they are right. I'll try to do better. Okay, so there's the onion. Now the pepper, I have a little bit of a hack on pepper. Let me get the camera right on it. Okay, pop that in. Then you get these things out of there. You see that? Pretty cool, huh? In the trash. Then what I do is I kind of cut down the ribs just to take the bitter rib out of the pepper. I did learn that from some chefs that I know. take all the seeds out of it. And we're gonna saute this right after I cube it a little bit. I'm not gonna go very small because it's gonna be a pretty hearty soup. It's about 40-something degrees out right now in the Napa Valley, getting into the 30s in the middle of the night. So I feel like it's almost time to go visit Maui again. Okay, so now I am ready to take this over to the pan. So now what I do, because I cook SOS free, here we go, just throw a little water in here. See, this is nice and hot. Don't let that scare you. I just bought this the other day, this little handy dandy tool. It's even got a ruler on it. Pretty cool, huh? So it makes it a lot easier than scraping the blade of my knife, which I heard is not their thing to do. These beautiful knives I have were a gift to me from my wife, or I should say Santa Claus. I guess it was supposed to be Santa Claus. So Santa Claus bought me these nice, beautiful knives that are handcrafted, and you're not supposed to run them this way on the cutting board because then you make them dull. So here we go. Again, let's do that dramatic effect again. Okay. All right. And I'll start sauteing my onions and my pepper. It'll take a little while. I'm already a few minutes into this. Getting a nice boil on. But I still want to make sure that these are bright green, that I don't overcook them. So I'm just going to go probably another 2-3 minutes tops. And then we'll start sauteing this, so we got two things going on at once. Well, I have that second thing going on at once. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll start whipping up a salad. And I have some pre-made ranch dressing, SOS free, no sugar, oil, or salt, made with a cashew base. And if you ask me, I can send you the recipe. This you can make in literally 5 minutes. It's awesome. So I'm gonna start getting a salad together. So we're gonna have great broccoli soup and a salad. Spring mix is nice and easy because it's already done. I exaggerate and make a ton of salad. I tell you what, if I don't eat my salad tonight, if I don't eat the whole thing because I'm too full, then what I do, my wife hates it when I do that, but it's just a way to make sure you eat all of your produce and you don't have any waste. I literally throw this whole thing into my smoothie tomorrow, and I just blend it in with my smoothie. So I don't mind blending my salad in with a smoothie. I add fruit, banana, apple. I like wild blueberries that are frozen, and I throw this in there, and it's amazing. So right now I'm gonna add some kale onto that salad to have some cruciferous. But I take it down a notch just so the chewing, the amount of chewing you have to do goes down considerably. And then there's some big stalks in, big chunky stalks in there, or branches like I call, and I want to get them out of there. There's some big branches in there. Okay, let me go take a look at those onions and broccoli before I forget about them. Look at that, it's happening. All right, I think the broccoli is done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the broccoli. Start stirring these guys to start getting them to sweat, and then they start caramelizing. I leave this pretty high. This pan was a gift to me from my son. It's super big and it's pretty cured. Had it for a couple of years. Made in France. It's a beautiful pan, and it works really good for sauteing, especially large volumes of food. Okay, so we're pretty much done with this. And watch what I'm gonna do now. Get ready. Let me get some mitts, because this is gonna be hot. You see, these mitts have had better days. They've suffered they've been a casualty to fire. So I'm gonna get rid of a little bit of the broth in here. It's a little bit much. And actually, if I was smart, probably keep that broth for something else. I'm gonna pour it. I have a nice large Pyrex here. Yep, the handles on this pot are hot. So we go back to the mitts. Get rid of some of this water, which is now vegetable broth. There we go. A little stirring again while we're here. We multitask while we're in the kitchen, people. Let me pull this piece of broccoli that just fell in here. Give this a try. Make sure that it's not too raw. Oh, it's perfect. So now we'll put this back on here, but here's the hack. Get ready. Wait for it. Now, this is the blender. I'm gonna grab broth and broccoli, about half of what's here. I'm gonna throw it in the blender. So this is gonna be creamy broccoli soup with onion, peppers, and mushrooms. All right. And obviously this is too much soup for two people, so whatever I don't use, I'm gonna go ahead and either put in the fridge for tomorrow or put in the freezer for any time within the next couple of months. I have cauliflower soup in the freezer that I can pull out at any time if I'm hungry. Just pull that out and I'm ready to go. Okay, here we go. I hope I'm not driving you too crazy with this camera moving around like that. All right, let's go. Nice and bright green, just like I wanted it. Super bright green. And then now what I'll do is I'll start putting spices and herbs onto my onion sautés. So here we go. We have, I love this 24 herbs and spices by Bragg's. And I put a lot of this in there. So this little lid thing doesn't work for me. Remember, since we eat salt-free, we make up flavor and volume. So I go pretty heavy when it comes to herbs and spices. I literally put almost half of this thing in there. I don't care. I want it to have a lot of flavor. Then what I do is I go in with some smoked paprika. Probably put about a teaspoon, half a teaspoon in there, maybe a teaspoon. Okay. I'll grab a little bit of the broth that I pulled off the soup, and I could use that to saute. There it is. So we're sauteing with our broth. And then I'll start stirring this. Check this out. So you see, we don't keep boiling the nutrients out of that broccoli. we're done with the boiling part. We just keep caramelizing this. And now it's time for me to chop the mushrooms. Then I will go ahead and add garlic to that onion and pepper saute. Okay, here's one. I go crazy with mushrooms, so I'm going with 4. Okay. And the other way, here we go. Here we go. One thing the chefs keep trying to tell me is keep your fingernails out of the equation. If you tuck them back, you may just save them. Okay, so now we got all this. Now I cut my stalks. Those go right in. The tree trunk. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a big bowl of some kind. Here we go. We have this handy dandy stainless steel bowl right here. And now we're gonna get all this in there. How are we doing on time? We're already like, what was it when we started? 6 or something like that? I think I'm like 15, 16 minutes in. Let's see if I can pull this off in 30 minutes. Might be wishful thinking, but let's give it a try. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit more broth in here because it's drying up. Okay, so now these mushrooms will start sweating a little bit, and then you'll start getting liquids up for the mushrooms, and then this will start becoming a real nice saucy situation that will all go right into your soup. But this is definitely missing garlic in a big way. I'm gonna do a little hack and cheat a little. I'm gonna use some of this pre-chopped garlic, just so I don't have to run the garlic peeler right now. So here we go. Let's go to, somebody bought me one of these handy dandy bottle openers because my grip is not what it used to be. I assure you that. There we go. Look at that. Pretty slick. Okay. I'm gonna put, again, probably 3 teaspoons in there. I like garlic, so I'm not shy with it. Not gonna make any excuses for myself. I'm sorry. Love garlic. Now, if you're not a fan of garlic, you don't have to put garlic in it. If you don't like garlic that much, you don't have to put that much garlic in it. You can play with it. All right, here we go. Now the smell starts getting good. I wish you could smell it. This is all happening together. So now as this continues to stew, now I go back to the salad. Put these things back. All right. So, I'm gonna think of what do I want to use for dishes. Big bowl. We'll go big bowl. Big bowls will be for the salad. And then probably smaller bowls for the soup. So now for the salad. Susan loves the red onions. And we love red onions in salad. So here we go. Dr. Joel Furman talks about G-bombs. Gotta eat your G-bombs every day. So G-bombs stand for greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, seeds, and nuts. Boy, I pulled it out. I didn't do a very good job here, so I better stay focused while I'm doing onions. See, I gotta tuck these fingernails back, otherwise I'm gonna lose one. It'd make a heck of a video though. Okay, here we go. Lots of onions. All right. Oh, let me use my handy dandy. There we go. Okay, so avocado. Susan loves avocado. So we're gonna go big. Avocados have been a hit and miss at Whole Foods, but look at this beauty. Woo! We usually go to this Mexican food market and they do a really good job ripening avocados, but it's on the other side of town, so we didn't have a lot of time tonight, so we got them at Whole Foods. And those are really hit and miss and twice as expensive. All right. See, I think I have till 6:36 if I'm not forgetting that original time. Here's the one thing that I almost forgot to do. I wanted to impress you guys by adding some basil into that saute that then will go into the soup. So I'm gonna go with this. Now I'm racing around against the clock and I probably shouldn't worry about it, but sort of competitive, sorry. I'm gonna put some fresh oregano in there too. So I'm gonna go with basil and oregano. This you're gonna love. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, I haven't told you, I've never made this dish before. This is just on the fly. I love experimenting with food. I'll tell you at the end. I'll tell you at the end how it tastes. If I don't love it, I'll tell you what to take out or put in. You impressed? All right. Oh man, that smells awesome. Here we go. More greens, more nutrients. Herbs are packed with micronutrients. All right, now this is going to the next level. Those mushrooms, the heat is pulling the fluid out of the mushroom. Now it makes for a nice brothy saute in there. And this is gonna be, like the kids say, fire. Oh yeah, I'll give this another couple of minutes. Then we're gonna add that to our soup, and then we're gonna start taste testing our soup, getting ready to serve. Start throwing things into the sink. I like to sort of clean as I go. Sorry to push you through that. I'm gonna save that broth over there. All right, Susan loves tomatoes, so we're gonna go ahead and put some of these beauties in here. Let me I gotta clean up a little bit here. All right. See, this is very handy. Okay. Gonna rinse these tomatoes off. Don't trust some of these packing houses. I used to wholesale produce for a living, and I've seen the way they pack these, and some places do not wash after the farmers pick. So, consumer beware. All right, here we go. Tomatoes. This knife is the answer to all your problems when it comes to slicing tomatoes. All right. We're gonna be ready. I think we're gonna make our time, people. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna be served in under 30 minutes. No salt, no oil, no sugar. My latest thing is no caffeine. I started this whole journey about 3 months ago and cut out the caffeine, and that was a big deal for me. Ooh, that's a funky tomato there. The reason it's a good thing for me is because I'm kind of hyper by nature. So to add caffeine to my personality type, it's like putting nitrous in not a high performance car, and a Volkswagen. Okay, blueberries, love blueberries in here. Okay, and before I go back to my mushrooms and all that, I'm gonna throw my ranch dressing in there. So I do have some already made dressing. Not buying any dressing from the stores anymore. That's a day of the past. Dressing at the stores has all kinds of garbage in it. You really got to read the ingredients in dressing at the store. Look at this thing. Isn't that awesome? I did forget 2 ingredients that I'm going to add to this salad now to take it the rest of the way. I'm going to taste that kale. Nice. Okay, let me use my hands. Okay, this is good. Now there's time for this to go into the thing. Let me do a little test. Oh yeah. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Look at this. All right. The little burnt stuff at the bottom, do not keep that from falling in. Make sure that goes in there. That's part of the flavor. There we go. Nice. Okay, this soup is almost done. Now, there are a couple of things that I need to add to the salad. Oh, wait a minute, let me do this. I just went to the store. And I bought some great northern beans. Love these things. No salt added. That's the key. So these we rinse out because I don't like that. The water that comes in with the beans.
So now I'll just rinse them out with our handy dandy colander. And then rinse them. All right. All right, so the beans right in there. There's one other thing missing. Remember what it was. When you say G-bombs, you need some kind of nuts, and I'm gonna go today with walnuts. Those are my favorite. Oh, Susan likes hemp seeds on her salad, so I'll throw a little hemp seed in there for her. She used, what do you call it? She used lice almonds yesterday. I'm not doing cashews. I'm using cashews for the dressing. We're gonna go hemp and walnuts. I like to measure the quantity of nuts I put into the salads because I'm working on losing body fat and getting healthier, so I don't want to go too crazy. For me, I only eat a quarter a day, so I'll end up putting half a cup of walnuts in there because half of the salad will be Susan. We can't eat this. There's a little bit in there, so I'm just gonna toss it in there, but we ended up putting about a half a cup. So now this salad just went the rest of the way. Now this has beans, walnuts, blueberries, tomatoes, red onions, kale, avocado, spring mix. We're ready to serve this salad, you guys. Wish you could smell it because that ranch dressing, it's incredible. All right, so now we go like this. When my hands are nice and clean, I love serving with my hands. Excuse my manners, but here we go. So this is Susan's portion. She'll go easy. That's probably a lot even for Susan. Susan's a pretty small eater. With me, a little different. This is more like me. Look at that. And sometimes I even beef it up with some of the stuff that goes to the bottom, bring it to the top. And there is my salad, there's Susan's salad. Now let's go ahead and try that soup. And then we can serve it. Let's see. All right, you guys stand by. Oh, that's good. That's really good, but in my plate, I'm gonna go ahead and, because I like a little spicy, I'll add some spices with a little bite to them. Susan doesn't like anything with any bite to it, so miracle that she married me, but she did. So she will want it with, and by the way, Susan's not eating SOS free. I think she's cut out most of the sugar, but she is, she will put some salt in hers. And I think she's reduced that way down, but I'm the one that's SOS free, and I want to keep that way permanently. I'd love to keep that way permanently. I know it helps with my taste buds and all those things that affect me and the amount of food I eat. So this is really helping my moods and everything. So here it is, you guys. The lighting is not the best. I'm trying to put everything kind of neat. So here is my meal, and here is Susan's, no, that's Susan's meal, and here's my meal. And the time is, I went 2 minutes over. What do you think, Teddy? Did we do good? Well, There it is. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you like this and you want more, please hit subscribe and like. Thank you so much.